Hey YouTube, this is OoohLuLaDr.Henderson coming at you again. Right now, if you hear horns and sirens and stuff, I'm in New York visiting my boyfriend. So, yeah, long distance relationships do work, ladies and gents. Okay, but anyway, I finally decided to do another video, and I hate these sirens. Anyway, I finally decided to do another video. And hopefully you can see me. I don't know if I guess I'm good. On first semester versus second semester, like the first year of dental school. So I'm kind of going to give you a breakdown and may do it in two separate videos. Not sure yet, but we'll see how this goes. I made a few notes, so bear with me. The first semester of dental school, we had gross anatomy with the lab. Like I said, I have notes here. Histology with the lab, biochemistry, dental anatomy, and intro to clinical dentistry and ethics. So yeah, gross anatomy in lab, histology in the lab, biochemistry, dental anatomy with the lab, intro to clinical dentistry, and ethics. 6 classes total, and a total of 21 hours. To be honest, the first semester was taken over by gross anatomy. Yes, it's doable, but that mess is hard. Pretty much though, my life was centered around gross anatomy my first semester. I've never taken it before in grad school, so it was kind of an awakening, but it wasn't hard. Lies. Okay. I had to study a lot. Study a lot. So the horror stories that I heard before about it being hard was true. It's not easy. You have to study like every day. Every single day you have to study. And just want you to know that it's hard. Okay, so the lab and the lecture for gross were 50-50 at first. I think that's some previous years before it was 40-60 with the lab being way more, but then when my class started, they wanted to change it. So it was 50-50. But like I said, I didn't say this yet, but if you want to do well in gross anatomy, always do well in the lab. The lab is so... Okay, for me, memorization for me in lab was easy. Now for other my classmates, they had a harder time in lab than they did in lecture. But I stayed in the lab weekends, 3-4 in the morning, school nights. I mean, like I lived in the lab. Like my new perfume was formaldehyde. Seriously, you could smell me and my roommate because both of us stayed in there like all the time. But we became one with the cadaver. Like seriously, I stayed in the lab and I did what I had to do. Sorry, I'm looking at my phone. Got a text. I did what I had to do to survive in lab. Like honestly, it was difficult at first. When I first came in, I was kind of intimidated, and I didn't know, because I was like, I've never done this before. I didn't know how it would actually work out for me, but I found my happy medium. And when I learned that I had to stay in the lab constantly to learn all the different nerves, the muscles, arteries, veins, like you have to know the entire body. For dental school, yes, the entire body, not just the upper body. You have to know everything from head to toe. Head to toe. So it was interesting to do. If I didn't have my study group, like, yeah, I wouldn't have survived at all. I know you can kind of hear my accent. Yeah, I'm from Mississippi. That's a side note. So I'm a country girl, but I know how to handle myself. But anyway, back on task. But if I did not have my study group, like, I don't know what I would have done this first semester. Like, I probably would have went crazy. Yes, I studied alone, but yes, I also studied in a group. You never know when you need help, and they may need help. You'll never know you need support. Like, they're always there. Like, trust me. Like, get you some good people to study with, and you're good. You're good. You're good. Good. But I will say, sometimes you talk too much, but you need those laughs, because dental school is like, it's no joke. Honestly. Like, once you come in, like, you have to have your head in school, because if you don't, you think you're going to have, like, some awesome social life outside of school. That is a lie. But anyway, gross anatomy was easy when you put the lab and the lecture together. Like, you can go to lecture and not know what the heck they're talking about, but then once you get in the lab, you're like, oh, yeah, okay, I know this nerve, and then it connects to something else. So it's fairly simple based on memorization, but it's a lot of information. So, like, the first 2 weeks was nothing but anatomy, yo. Nothing. Like, it was crazy. You just pretty much, you hit the ground running. Like, there's no time for slacking at all. Like, the first day after class, like, you should study. I didn't study the first day, and I felt behind. Like, the next day, I was like, oh my god, I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do. But it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Histology will sneak up on you like crazy deranged cat or something. I don't know, I was trying to make up, an analogy there. Didn't work out. But anyway, it will sneak up on your behind. Like, you better, like, keep up with histo as well as anatomy. They kind of go hand in hand for the most part. At Howard, they kind of connect the two classes, so it's not as bad, because for the most part, not all the time, but like, they connect the two classes together, so it's easier to stay on task. What else do I have to say? They have a lab, but it's virtual, so it's not like you're going in and cutting cells and putting them in a microscope and having to figure out what you're looking at. No, it's already done for you. So the labs are basically, you're sitting in there with a professor, and they go through the slides with you, and you pretty much have to know what the cells are and what they look like based off of the slides. Not to say they're going to give you the exact same slides. Most times they were, not all the time, but you had to know what the specific cells look like, so you had to know all of this. I also did better in histo lab than lecture, but lecture was not, it wasn't hard. As long as you stayed up with the one subject I hate. It's like, I hate you so much. It's biochemistry. Didn't like it in undergrad, didn't like it in grad school, and I don't like it in dental school. Like, it was like, hang me or something, because I hated it. Now, I will say, I got out of there, and I did pretty well, but it was like pulling teeth trying to get me through, like, all the crap that we had to know. Now, if you are good at chemistry, organic chem, like, you're good. I was good at organic chemistry. I hated chemistry. So, it was like, it wasn't, like, horrible, but, God, it was, like, but if you like chemistry, you have nothing to worry about. You're good. I really don't have too much to say about that class, but dental anatomy, don't sleep on it. Like, this is your bread and butter for dental school. Like, you need to know dental anatomy. If you get in clinic, if you get anywhere else, like in dental school, and you do not know your anatomy, like, the teachers will look at you really, really, really crazy. Like, you need to know it. So I will say, like, if you study it, I used a bunch of videos, found videos on YouTube to explain more in depth, I guess, than what our professors did. They did a great job. You read the book, you kind of still like, what the heck am I reading? So I read the book, listened to lectures, paid attention in class, and also like went on YouTube to learn a bunch of information. So if you do that, you're good. Also, I think for the lab, we had to do wax ups on teeth. They pretty much had to make a tooth out of nothing. So you had to know what it looked like. You had to know the occlusion. You had to know like everything. It's your foundation for dental school. Learn it, breathe it, know it. Like, that's it. And then you had intro to clinical dentistry and ethics. Like, they weren't like your hard classes. They're only like worth 1 credit or like 0.5 credit hours. But don't sleep on any dental classes. Any classes at all, don't sleep on them because you need all of them to pass. If you fail like one class, like, you're out. So no matter what the credit hours, do your best because you still will fail. Okay? But they were fairly straightforward. First semester, I had no life, but I survived it. I probably went out like max 3 times during the whole semester. Yes, I didn't go out much. And those times it was with classmates. Yeah, it's doable. It, like, when I was going through, like, it seemed like, oh my god, I'm never gonna finish first semester, but like I made it through. And then looking back on it, I was like, it was like the quickest semester ever. Looking back on it, but like doing it, it was very stressful. Like I said, get you a good study group, get you good people to be around because you'll need that laughter. Somebody to just pretty much pick you up when you're like going through, because you're all going through. Everybody has something going on in their life, and everybody didn't know everybody has something going on in their life. But I mean, you talk to somebody, they have people to talk to. Like, luckily I have like a wonderful family, friends, boyfriend. Like, I can talk to them about anything and they understand. So they were like always there. But I mean, it is what it is. Like, if you pass first semester, like, you're good, you're golden. But just find out how to study, find your good study group to be in, and get acclimated for your dental career. Like, yeah, you got it. Like, it's doable, but like I said, you have a lot of long nights and early mornings, and after a while, it starts to wear on you. So, like, if you need a break, take it. Watch some TV. Go out, have a drink with friends. Call your family. Like, don't let any of that slide by because you need that comfort to kind of like keep you sane. So, that's it for first semester. Like I said, I'll do another video for second semester because I feel like this is long already. So, if you have any questions about, like I said, I go to Howard Dental School, and this is how Howard does it our first semester. Every school is different. So, if you have any questions based on my life in dental school, then just shoot me a comment below and subscribe, like, comment, whatever you want. Just, I'm here. I'm here. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to do another video because I'm rambling. Another video on second semester. This is my first semester, so let me know if you have any questions. And I'll see you in my second semester video. Bye, guys.